In the year 1903, the small village of Darband slept quietly under the shadow of the northern Persian mountains. A place where every home had a lantern burning by night, and every child knew one rule: never wander out after dusk. The old ones said the winds from Kohe Kaf carried voices, and sometimes those voices answered back. The night was colder than usual. The air was still, and even the dogs refused to bark. Amina, a 17-year-old girl known for her sweet voice, walked toward the old village well, carrying her clay jug. Her mother had warned her not to go so late, but water was needed for morning prayers. She hummed softly as she walked, unaware that every note carried across the silent fields, echoing into the darkness. When she reached the well, the moonlight barely touched the ground. The surface of the water was pitch black, like a mirror into another world. As she bent to lower her jug, the air around her shifted. The wind stopped, and the night turned heavy. She felt something behind her, watching. She froze. Then a whisper came from the well itself, low and deep. "Amina." The voice was smooth, almost human, but carried a strange vibration that made her skin crawl. She stumbled back, clutching her shawl, staring into the darkness. From the depths of the well, a faint green glow rose like smoke. The air turned icy, her breath visible in the moonlight. The glow twisted, thickened, and began to take shape. Within moments, a figure stood before her, tall, cloaked in shadows, with eyes burning like molten emeralds. "I am Zarkan," the voice said, echoing in the stillness. "Prince of Kohe Kaf. I have listened to your songs across the winds of 100 years. You are the melody that awakens the mountains. Tonight, you will be mine." Amina tried to scream, but her voice broke. The air around her thickened like smoke, wrapping around her wrists, pulling her forward. The ground beneath her cracked, and the green light swallowed her whole. Her jug fell to the ground and shattered, the water spreading like blood on the dirt. By morning, the village was in chaos. Her mother wept at the well, and the old men whispered prayers, saying the Jinn had taken her. The mullah warned everyone to stay indoors at night and burn incense by the doors. But no one dared to go near the well again. Far beyond human lands, Amina awoke in a world that shimmered like a dream. The sky was a swirling curtain of green and blue fire. Mountains floated like islands in the air, and rivers of light flowed between them. Before her stood a palace carved from crystal, its walls alive with whispers. Zarkan appeared before her, no longer shadow but flesh, his face beautiful yet cold, his voice smooth as silk. "This is Kohe Kaf," he said. "A kingdom of flame and wind. You will be my queen, Amina. The world of men has forgotten you." Amina's heart pounded, but she met his gaze without fear. "You cannot force love, no matter your power." Zarkan smiled faintly. "Love is not asked for, it is claimed. You will understand in time." He waved his hand, and her simple village clothes turned to silk and silver. Around them, hundreds of jinn appeared, bowing low. Their chants filled the air: "The bride of Kaf. The queen of flame." Days turned to weeks. Amina wandered the halls of the palace, searching for escape. One night, as the moons of Kohe Kaf aligned, a soft voice spoke from the shadows. A figure emerged, a jinn with wings of smoke and sorrowful eyes. "I am Rahil," he said quietly. "Once guardian of men, now cursed to this realm. You do not belong here." Amina's eyes filled with tears. "Can I ever go home?" "There is one way," Rahil whispered. "In the heart of Zarkan's throne lies the stone of binding. It anchors this realm to yours. Destroy it, and you may return. But beware, the collapse may consume us all." That night, when the palace slept under the emerald sky, Amina crept into the throne hall. The heart stone pulsed like a living thing, glowing deep within the throne. She raised a jagged shard of crystal and struck with all her strength. The stone cracked. A roar shook the palace. The sky turned red, towers shattered, and rivers of light turned black. Jinn screamed as their bodies dissolved into smoke. Zarkan appeared in fury, his eyes blazing. You would destroy eternity for your freedom. Amina's voice trembled but did not break. Better to die free than live gilded in your shadow. He reached for her, but the ground split open. A flash of white fire swallowed them both. When dawn broke over Darband, the old well lay in ruins. The villagers found Amina lying beside it, covered in ash and silver dust. Her pulse was weak, her eyes distant, but she was alive. Weeks passed before she spoke again. Her mother said she often woke at night, staring toward the mountains, whispering names no human had ever heard. Then, one stormy night, she rose from her bed and walked to the well. Her mother followed, calling her name, but Amina didn't look back. She reached the edge, whispered something into the darkness, and stepped forward. By morning, the rain had washed away her tracks. Only a single black feather remained near the well, glowing faintly in the gray light. To this day, when the northern winds howl through Darband, people say they hear her voice, soft, haunting, carried on the air. Some say she became queen of the lost spirits, ruling beside the fallen Rahil. Others whisper that Zarkan still searches for her, his shadow passing across the mountains whenever the moon turns green. No one dares to fetch water from that well anymore. At night, it glows faintly. And sometimes, if you stand too close, it whispers your name.